Hey everybody, out there in cyber land, social media land. Let me adjust the camera here. I should have done this before, but I didn't. Anyhow, let me take out my glasses so you can see the real me. This is Bruce coming at you from Sarasota, Florida on an 87-degree humid day. And incidentally, about 2 minutes ago, before I left the parking lot, my car, the hood of my car was covered with literally hundreds of love bugs. I think this must be a National Love Bug Convention Day or something like that. Anyhow, not sure exactly what the title of this is going to be, but it's going to say something like, there's a silver lining to every cloud. Related to the challenges that I've had with chronic pancreatitis for the last 7 months. Okay, so I'll give you a little bit of backstory. You may or may not be familiar with pancreatitis, but the major symptoms of pancreatitis are extreme abdominal pain that frequently radiates to your back. Okay. It started about 4 years ago when I was in Homosassa, Florida. And long story short, I was hospitalized, and they removed my gallbladder at the time. And since then, up until Christmas of this year, I've had no problems, no challenges with it at all. And then a week before Christmas, I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, long story short, packed a bag, called 911, went to the hospital, and I knew I was having another attack of acute pancreatitis. Well, as it turned out, an MRI showed that I had a 1-inch diameter stone blocking my pancreas. But initially they thought that a doctor in Orlando was going to be able to break up that stone with laser surgery. Turns out that in addition to that stone, there were several other stones, and my pancreas is completely blocked. And not that you want to know or need to know more about pancreatitis, but your pancreas is the major player, really the quarterback of everything that goes on in your stomach and your intestines, as far as digestion is concerned, as far as the release of insulin, if you have challenges with high blood sugar, etc. Okay, so, I learned back in March when they found out they couldn't do LASIK surgery, or laser surgery, that the only option was to have major surgery. So, in fact, I'm scheduled for major surgery next Wednesday, expecting to be recovering in the hospital for 7 to 10 days, and another 4 to 6 weeks at home, where apparently, at least for several weeks, I'm going to need visiting nurses or something to help me. Okay, that being said, the only reason I've been able to deal with the pain, actually since probably September, October, is I had some leftover Oxycontin from previous surgeries. In fact, I didn't even tell my primary doctor about what I was experiencing until I was hospitalized a week before Christmas. And part of the treatment up until now has been quantities of Oxycontin. I take an extended release tablet twice a day, and also have a quick pain release, breakthrough pain, 10 milligram Oxycontin. And I don't like taking opiates for a number of reasons, but number one, I'm a recovered alcoholic. If I make it until June 19th, I will not have had a drink or a drug for 29 years, okay? I'm well aware of what's going on in the country with opiates. 60,000 deaths last year alone from overdoses. So, it's extremely addictive, and most people that get addicted to it start out with pain medication, whether it's for their back or arthritis or fibromyalgia or whatever, okay? So I started doing some research. In fact, I did a lot of research. I went to several seminars on medical marijuana. I found out the pros and the cons of that. Incidentally, you might want to watch my video on if you're considering medical marijuana, beware. There's some major drawbacks, particularly if you live in Florida, where where people spend 6 months here and 6 months up north someplace. And then a friend of mine introduced me to CBD. I didn't have a clue. What in the world is CBD? Well, it's short for cannabis oil, Cambiton oil. I have a hard time pronouncing it, okay? So I've tried 3 or 4 different products, and I finally settled on one. And the bottom line is, how it has affected my blood sugar in the last 10 days has been nothing short of a miracle. Okay, my blood sugar, because of my pancreatitis, has been in the high 200s, 300, 325, 345, etc. Well, I've been taking 750 milligrams of CBD oil isolate, which is not addictive, incidentally. It's not psychoactive. It's legal in 50 states in Canada and throughout Europe, for that matter. So I've only been taking the 750 for about 10 days, and all of a sudden my blood sugar has gone back into the normal range. One morning it was 113, 124, 127, 123, 129, and that's, I don't know how to say it, but that's a freaking miracle. Going from the high 200s to the 320s. And in addition to that, it's helping with my pain. Okay, I have not been able to get rid of my Oxycontin completely, but I'm taking half the dosage that I was before. So it's not only helping with my pain, but it's helping with my finances, because oxycodone is not, it's not inexpensive. Okay, so, as I referred to, and as I will refer to in the title, I believe for years there's a silver lining to every cloud. Well, the silver lining in this particular situation is that I discovered CBD oil. And in fact, as a result of the health benefits that I'm getting from using it, okay, I decided to get involved as a brand partner or affiliate, whatever you want to call me, okay? And this is kind of another miracle too, but up until recently, until I started taking CBD oil, my business has been, my online businesses have been completely shut down. Okay, I've essentially been on a medical leave of absence because I just didn't have the energy or the motivation. I frequently didn't even want to speak to anybody on the phone, even if it was my brothers or friends or whatever. But I've gotten a large percentage of my energy and my motivation back. So I started working the company that I'm representing now on April 15th. And since April 15th, I've had over 100 people join my team. Over 100 people. Holy smokes. Talk about blessings. Talk about grace of God. And a good percentage of those have ordered product. And I don't make a nickel, don't make a dime. I don't make a penny from recruiting anybody, okay? I do make some referral fees for when people do buy the product. So here's what. Those of you that have been following me know that my primary business for the last 2.5 years or so has been in residential and commercial solar. And I really enjoy the business, okay? It makes a difference. It helps people fight the utility companies. In fact, the vast majority of our customers no longer have an electric bill, with the exception of a small connection fee, which might be $9 or $12, and they can finance it for zero, not a zilch down, over 20 years, and their payments generally are somewhere between 35 and 50% less than their current electric bill. And of course, eventually they own their own power company. Okay, they don't have to rely on Duke Energy or FPL or anybody. But since discovering the benefits of CBD oil, I've decided to put my solar business really on the back burner. Okay, I'm just focusing on CBD oil because it truly can make a difference. It's nice to help people save money with solar, but the health benefits, the physical and the mental health benefits of CBD oil are just something that I feel obligated to share with my friends and family and whoever, because it truly does make a difference. And it can also make a difference in your finances if you're if you're inclined that way. So here's what. I'm going to put a couple links below this video. Okay, there are two ways to get involved. One, you can just become a consumer and order some product that would be applicable to your situation. Okay, instead there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, so nothing to lose. And, you know, I don't know what your position is on money and whether or not you keep your financial options open, but if you do, and if you're looking for something part-time to supplement your income, $500 to $1,000 a month, or if you're interested in transitioning or starting full-time, okay, and earning $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 or more, not just monthly, weekly, okay. Incidentally, the company I'm representing has been in business for 3.5, going on 4 years, is rock solid. They just introduced a product line, 24 different CBD product lines, okay. Since January 24th, okay, the leader of our team, okay, has created a team of over 17,000 people. And if you have been in direct sales for any length of time, you've heard the expression momentum. The very, very best time to get involved with a company is when it's either approaching momentum or at the early stages of momentum, because at that point, the growth curve goes practically right straight up. So some people start off and say, I want to try the product first and make sure it works, which is fine. In fact, I did that, okay? In retrospect, I would have gotten involved sooner, but I wanted to make sure it worked before I decided to put any time, money, and energy. But since it costs nothing to become an affiliate, it's free, it's nada, it's zero, it's zilch. You really have nothing to lose by joining as a free affiliate and ordering some product with the knowledge that there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. So, with that being said, once again, I'm going to put some links down below. And while you're here, what I encourage you to is like my channel. Make me feel good. Make me feel good. Like my channel and subscribe. Okay. I haven't done a lot of videos recently, but my intention is to plug back in and start doing 2 or 3 videos a week. And not only do I do videos related to CBD oil, but to consumer advocacies. I do some travel logs. I do some internet marketing tips, etc. So you might find that by subscribing, that there may be some videos that can be useful to you, not just for your health, but if you already have an online business and whatnot. So with all that being said, this is longer than I expected, and it's Thursday afternoon here in Sarasota, and wherever you are, it's still Thursday. I wish you a great weekend, and until then, until we speak or touch base, smile, laugh a lot, have fun, and enjoy the game of life, because you know what? We've only got one. Peace.